Hi, and welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you're just finding this is Meet Me in the Pause, a place to reclaim a few minutes back in your week for reflection, self-care, and a little perspective. I started this channel for a lot of reasons, but the main one is that I needed a space for myself. I'm a parent, a partner, an employee, a friend. And somewhere in all of those roles, it got hard for me to find time that was just mine. There were stretches where I felt so overwhelmed that I'd fall back into meditation just to ease my mind, to ground myself, and figure out what actually mattered and why. And the thing I love about meditation is that there's nothing to be good at. No gatekeeper except your own thoughts. It became a way to let go of some of what I was carrying without needing a rigid process to do it. Somewhere along the way, I figured if I needed to be intentional about carving out that space, other people probably did too. So if any of this sounds familiar, the space is for you, and I'm glad you're here. You don't have to do this perfectly. You just have to be willing to step away for a few minutes and meet me in the pause. I'm not a therapist. I'm someone working through the same things you probably are, and I'd rather sit with these questions together than pretend I've already answered them. If you've never meditated before, that's completely fine. There's nothing to get right here. Just get comfortable and let's spend the next few minutes together. Wherever you're sitting or lying right now, let that be enough. You don't need the right cushion or the right silence or even much space. If it feels right, let your eyes close or let your gaze drop softly to the floor and let your thoughts slowly settle and quiet down as you step away from keeping track of everything around you just for the next few minutes. Let's slow down together for a minute. We'll practice something simple, something the body already knows how to do, although most of us may have forgotten how to do it. A slow, low breath, one that fills the belly before it ever reaches the chest. If it helps, rest a hand just below your belly button and let it rise as the breath comes in and falls as it leaves. There's no correct way to do this, only your way today. Breathe in, slowly through the nose, and feel the belly begin to rise. And let it go. Slower still through the mouth, feeling everything soften as it leaves. Once more, breathe in. And out. And again, breathe in. And out. Now let the breath settle into its own rhythm without your help. Just notice it rising and falling without needing to control any of it. While you're here, let your mind drift towards something recent. Something you built, or tended to, or finished, that didn't stay finished for long. Let yourself see it clearly. In the moment, it was whole. You don't need to do anything with it just yet. Just let it sit there, however it feels. That's enough for now. So here's what's been on my mind. And maybe it's not too far from what you just pictured for yourself. I have a daughter, and there are days my husband and I will clean the whole house. And I mean really clean it. And within the hour, she's pulled out every toy. And it looks like we were never in there at all. And there's this moment right after this happens where we just want to stop bothering with cleaning until next time. Because if it's going to get undone anyway, what was the point? I felt the same thing in other areas too. Before she was born, I used to work out 4 days a week, an hour each time, right in the middle of the day. It was steady. It worked. After she came along, I tried to build that routine back up. I'd get a few weeks in, find my rhythm again, and then something would happen. She'd get sick. A meeting would land in the middle of my workout window. My husband would get pulled into something at work, and I need to go get her from school. Nothing anyone did wrong, just life moving the way it moves when you have a family. But over time, enough of that feeling of taking 2 steps forward only to take 10 steps back, and it just got easier to not start the routine again. Maybe that's close to what just came to mind for you too. Something you kept building that kept getting interrupted until not trying anymore felt safer than trying again. Here's what I keep trying to remind myself though, even on the days that I don't fully believe it. The effort still mattered. That hour the house was clean, that happened, whether it stayed that way or not. Those weeks I worked out, they counted, even though the streak didn't survive. And there's something truer underneath that, I think. The moment something doesn't go the way you hoped isn't really the test. What matters more is what happens after, whether you walk away from it or come back to it again. Not because coming back guarantees anything, but because showing up again, even after it fell apart, puts you somewhere different than not showing up at all. And I don't say that to put pressure on you or to suggest anyone who needs to stop for a while is doing something wrong. Sometimes stopping is the right decision. I just mean, on the days you do have it in you to come back, that counts. It isn't nothing. And I'm saying that as someone who's been exactly where you are, still trying to change the story I've told myself about what success is supposed to look like. So maybe the real question isn't whether the effort I'm putting in holds this time. Maybe it's just whether I'm willing to come back to it anyway, even if it isn't perfect. Not because I have to, but because for now, I get to. Think back to the thing you pictured a minute ago. Is there a version of you willing to return to it? Not expecting it to hold, just willing to try again anyway? Not for anyone watching, just for yourself. I'd like to know what you make of that. Before we finish, I want to leave you with a question instead of a conclusion. What's something today that you get to do rather than have to? I don't know what your answer will be, and that's kind of the point. You don't need certainty that this time will be different. You only need enough willingness to come back to it whenever the next moment shows up. I hope this encourages you to lean back in, knowing that even if the effort you put in was imperfect or only lasted a moment, it still counted. Take one more breath in and let it go. And if it feels right, open your eyes. Thank you for giving me a few minutes of your day. I know how hard it is to step away from everything else, even briefly, so having you share this space with me while you do is a gift I'm grateful for. If something today stuck with you, the house, the routine, the have to versus get to, I'd really like to hear it. Drop it in the comments if you're comfortable. This works better as something we think through together than as something I hand down, because honestly, I'm not ahead of you here. I'm right next to you, asking the same questions. Next time, we'll sit with a different one. If you were asked to name everyone you love, how long would it take before you named yourself? I hope you'll come back for it and bring your answer with you. Until then, be a little gentler with yourself and tune in next week for another Meet Me in the Pause.